Hey guys, so today I've got a process video with you where I'm going to share with you how to make a traveller's notebook. Now, I normally make this size traveller's notebooks, which are just these ones that open up in the middle and then you have your strings down here. But recently I've made one like this and I thought I'd share it with you. So it's so small and compact and it's just lovely. Like, I've got 2 notebooks in here, but it can fit another 2 in as well. So yeah, I thought I'd share with you how I make these. So the first thing I got is this 12 by 12 piece of paper, and this is from the first edition pick and mix range. So what you want to do is you want to cut it 11 3/4 across. So I'm just going to line it up here and cut 11 3/4 across, and then you want it 6.5 inches down. So 6.5, line it up, make sure it's lined up, and then cut. So this is what you're left with. So again, it's going to be 11 3/4 across and 6.5 down. And like I said, that's what you're left with. So then you want to score it. Now, let me just close that and move that. Get this. You want to score it at 3 3/4. I like to go over it a couple of times because obviously I'm laminating this. So 3 3/4, 4 1/8, 4 1/2, 4 7/8, 9 1/8, 9 1/2, 9 7/8, and 10 1/4. So again, you score it at 3 3/4, 4 1/8, 4 1/2, 4 7/8, there it is, then 9 1/8, 9 1/2, 9 7/8, and 10 1/4. So that's where you score it, and then if you can see there, that's your score lines. Then what I normally do is, before I put it into the laminator, I like to round the edges. Now, this is just a Hobbycraft corner punch, and when it's laminated, it don't really cut through the lamination, so I have to round that off with my scissors. Buffer card is pretty good, so I just round them off myself. Let's move this out of the way now. Put that to one side, and then instead of me bringing out my laminator, here's one I made earlier. I've always wanted to say that after watching Art Attack as a kid. Here's one I made earlier. So I was prepared today, guys. And all I done is I run it through the laminator, obviously with my laminated sheet. Run it through the laminator, then I cut all the excess off, rounded the corners, and then run it through once more, because obviously I like to run it through twice. And then what I've done with the offcuts of the paper from when we cut it, I just die cut some hearts to put on the front and put them in with the laminating, so it was laminated. So then what we want to go ahead now and do is fold our score lines. So you could use your bone folder, but I find it just easier for myself personally just to use my fingers to bend and then use this to go along the top. So there we go. Then the next score line. Then the next one. I'm trying to do this in shot, but obviously when you want to look at it yourself, you're trying to, you know, than these fiddly ones now, the ones all close together. And keep folding them. Nearly there. This is why it's important to do the score lines before you laminate it, because it makes it easier. And then the last score line. There we go. So once you've done all your scores, that is how it should look. So yeah, that's how it should look. Obviously the heart's covered, but I knew it'd be covered for when I'd done it. So sorry if you can hear the kids again. Like I said, it's half term. So we got that. Now, I used to use this, which is elastic string, elastic thread. Is absolutely rubbish. It's so thin, I don't like it. So when I go to town, I go into Flying Tiger and try and buy this, which I haven't been to town for ages. It's their glittery elastic string. So I am running short, so I'm hoping to go to town soon to get them. So I'm going to show you now how I do the holes and that. I just have this large pin here. I don't have no poking tools or anything, and my hole punch, the hole is too big for something like this, so I have to do it with a pin and eyeball everything. So what you want is you have your 3, let me just double check. Yeah, 3. So you have 3 here. So what you want to do is poke 3 holes at the top, 3 holes at the bottom. But what I like to do is, there's all glue on my piercing tool. What I like to do is poke the holes through the back, through here. So when it does poke it out, it's not on this side. So I'm not going to measure anything. I'm just going to eyeball where I want it. Which is stupid, I know. I should measure. But me and measurements never go. So all I've done is just poke a hole there. There we go. And then the next one, then I try and sort of line up to make sure they're in a straight line. And then poke another one. Can you see? I'll try and do this one closer up. And then I line it up again, sort of. And then poke another hole. There we go. So we have 3 holes at the top, and then you want to do the same for the bottom. Now you could get a ruler and measure to be exactly the same, but I don't. I tend to just, again, eyeball it, which is sometimes a big mistake because my eyesight, especially because I haven't got my glasses on, is atrocious. There we go. And then you need one for the middle, for the band that goes around. So I'm going to do it in the middle one here. So you go, you fold there, fold there, fold there. So it's the middle fold, and I want to do it about, yeah, I'm going to do it, say about there. Is that halfway down, would you say? Yeah, I'll say that's halfway down. And then you just poke your hole through there. There we go. So you've got your 7 holes poked, right. Now, what I tend to do now, this is how, I need to remember how to do this now. Let me get this one up so I can double check. How did I start it off? That's that. Where did I start from? I started from the middle. Okay, so let's try and remember how to do this. This should be fun. I made this the other week, you see. So, and then I thought, oh, do you know what? It'd be a good idea if I come on here and showed you guys how to do it. And then I've completely forgot. So you just thread it through there, take the big needle, and I'm going to thread it through the middle hole at the top. Pull it out. And I've used the wrong bloody thread. I've used the shorter one. Great. I hope I got enough here for this. So now, ignore what I just done there. Make sure you've got a big enough piece of thread. So again, in the middle one at the top, pull it back through. Then we want to go across to this one and down. I'm just praying I got enough. So yeah, across there, down into the bottom hole and pull. Then you want to go through the back into the middle hole. And I'm going to have to pull, need some more slack, as they call it. Is that what they call it? I think it is. I'm trying to get down with all the terminology. There we go. And then we go back up to the middle hole again and thread it through. And then across to this side. Sorry if you can hear Owen. Oops. And I just I just stabbed you all. Sorry. Just stabbed the camera with the needle. See the joys of filming and trying to do something on camera for you. And then you put it back through the middle on this one. So, and yes, I had enough, thankfully. So what you start with, let's see if I can explain this better. You start from the top, thread through there, and then go over the back to this one. Bring it down, then through the back this side into the middle and bring that up. Then you go to this side, bring it down, through the back into the middle and up. So you're left with this then, and you tie it in the middle then. So you're left with initially 4 strings. Yeah. I'm just going to tie it up and just cut the excess off. I don't care about making it all perfect and whatever. Let's do this. There we go. Right. And then we just trim. So there you go. You have your 4 strings there. And I hope I explained that. And that's how it looks like there. Then the middle bit, this is the pain in the backside bit for me, because obviously I've got this thin needle and trying to get this through, it's not very good because this is quite a thick thread. So right, so what you want to do is you want to get your string, line it together like that, and then put the end through there, and then you've got to try and get it through this blinking tiny hole. There are probably other easier ways, but this is how I normally do it. And then you want to make sure you get the bit there we go. So you've pulled it through there, so you've got a cord there. Now you kind of want to see how much you need. Obviously that's too loose, so I want it tighter, so I'm just going to pull it quite a bit, hold that bit down here so I can see if that's enough. There we go, and that should be enough, the tightness I want it. I'm hoping this makes all sense to you guys. I'm not very good at these process videos, am I? I'm so sorry. Tighten it a little bit more, and then you just tie it off. And you want a bit of a thicker knot so it don't go through the hole. There we go, and then cut it off again. If I can grab it. There we go. So, I might have done it too tight now. No, there we go. That's your traveller's notebook. And then you get your notebooks. These notebooks, I'll tell you how big they are now. I bought these from Sainsbury's. These notebooks are 4 inches across, 4 inches by just under 6 inches. And they fit in nice. So I'll show you now. So they're 4 by 6 inches, or just under. And that's it. That's my traveller's notebook. Now you could add little charms. I have got a little charm that I had off Amy, so that would be perfect for this. So I'm going to open this now. This gorgeous charm she made me. As you can see, is a little bottle. So I'm going to actually add this charm onto this one, because this is for me, but I am making another one for someone else. So look how beautiful that is. So we've got this gorgeous charm on it, and you open it from the bottom instead of catching the charm, and that's it. You could add pockets onto this, guys. If you want a video of adding pockets and that, I'm happy to do so, but this is this because I feel like I've bored you long enough and probably confused you, and your head's probably all over the place like, what on earth did she just do? So yeah, that's it, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe if you like this kind of video. I'm hoping to try and get better at these tutorials. I apologise because I am all over the place. So take care, guys, and have a lovely week. Bye.